Tonight, we report on why the Quincy Valley Medical Center administrator believes a surcharge on Gorge Amphitheater tickets is necessary, and the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. is celebrated in Moses Lake. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Moses Lake moves to the top spot in 4A wrestling, and the Hawks' Dan Quinn remains high on the Atlanta Falcons' wish list. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, we do have a storm system approaching. I'm Cristina Sanchez and I'll let you know we'll have some precipitation across our Columbia Basin with your extended forecast just ahead.
I'm Alan Troop and we have all this and much more on Ifiber One News.
From the Ifiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is Ifiber One News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is Ifiber One News, and it starts now.
The Quincy Valley Medical Center administrator says they need the $1 surcharge on Gorge Amphitheater tickets. The Grant County Commissioners recently sent an email to State District 12 and District 13 legislators stating the $1 surcharge, which would fund fire and hospital districts, is unnecessary. Hospital Administrator Mehdi Merid responded, saying the email contains misinformed statements about the hospital. He said Grant County Hospital District 2, Grant County Fire District 3, and their constituents did not have the opportunity to address the commissioners' concerns about this bill before they sent a statement. Merid said he would have liked to have addressed the misrepresentations about the hospital that were contained in their email. The hospital administrator said hospital officials didn't blame the concerts at the Gorge for all of the roughly $2.8 million the hospital owes to the county. The legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. was celebrated Monday night in Moses Lake. The celebration is in its 35th year. Reporter Cameron Probert was there and has the details.
Dozens of people came to celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Monday night. The annual celebration of the civil rights leader's birthday featured performances from children, dancing, singing, and a sermon from Pasco Reverend Wayne Jenkins. The celebration has happened annually for about 35 years, committee president Charlie Jones said. Jenkins urged the crowd to remember King's legacy.
Because if you ever watched that march, it was all of us there. Amen. Amen. All of us were there. Just like we're here tonight, all of us are here. But don't let the dream die. Don't let it be a dream deferred. Pick up.
The committee also presented an award to Police Chief Dave Ruffin for his work with the community, including the Shop with a Cop program. The program has police take children shopping during Christmas time. Mary Hamu Givens, a committee member, said the Moses Lake Police Department is an example of diversity. For Ifiber One News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Shane Heston retired after serving 12 years as chief for Grant County Fire District 13. Heston will stay on as a firefighter and EMT so he can respond alongside his son Hayden, who joined as a cadet. Assistant Chief Jim Stuckey has been appointed as the new chief. He began his firefighting career in 1980 and has been with District 13 since 2008. Heston will serve as an interim administrator for about 6 months to ensure a smooth transition. Heston began as chief in 2003 and credited the volunteer firefighters for much of his success. As chief, Heston consolidated 2 outlying fire stations into one headquarters in 2003, improving response times. Heston also secured 22 grants during his time as chief, totaling more than $1.5 million. New condos may be built on Moses Lake. A Tukwila-based developer proposed construction of 3 4-story condominium buildings on the lake's waterfront at 2300 Marina Drive. Schneider Homes proposed removal of an existing recreational vehicle park on 4.58 acres to make way for construction. The project constructs 108 dwelling units and underground parking. The structures would be 49 feet high, and the facility will feature a pool, spa, clubhouse, and courtyards, landscaping, and open space. The existing boat launch, docks, and marina will be retained. The existing roadway on the property will be reconstructed. A lake fringe wetland has been delineated, and 10 feet of wetland buffer is proposed for the project. The city is requiring new vegetation plantings in 25% of the wetland buffer. The city is requiring a building permit, and a public hearing is scheduled for 7 p.m. on February 26th at the Moses Lake City Council chambers. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break, we'll be right back.